Good afternoon, everyone. And today we're here in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. And can you believe it's only 80 degrees? Yes.
Feels pretty good.
We got these bugs, don't we? It is September the 1st, 2022. A few days before Labor Day. And it's cooling down. It's cooling down. We had a couple evenings that were only in the 70 degrees. And so we decided to come out here to Noah Bud Ogle cabin. His nickname is Bud, and we're gonna do a little bit exploring. Man, the bugs are bad. So yeah, we're gonna take a nice quiet evening here. Now it is like 6 o'clock, and normally we don't hike but early in the morning. And we said we're gonna take a few hikes here in the evenings. Those are a little tough because trying to get back before it gets dark out and stuff, So let's just take a little stroll through the Smoky Mountains. It's been a while since we've been over here, so let's check it out. In about 3 days, this road here will be bumper to bumper, folks, heading into the Roaring Fork area. And there will not be a parking space to be had. This is kind of a quiet period before the storm. And I couldn't think of a better place to come but to the Noah Bud Ogle cabin. I guess we'll just call him Bud Ogle. I think that's what everybody called him. And so pretty much this here was his farm, and there's a nice house, nice cabin behind here. But a lot of folks don't know that there's a loop trail, which is 3/4 of a mile, round trip hiking times about 30 minutes. And there's a little grist mill back there that nobody ever knows. They always come here, they always stop at the cabin, but they never walk any further to check out the grist mill. And it's really easy to get to, and I highly recommend it. It's one of my favorite, and it's been a while since we've been up in here, and we're hoping to do a lot more hiking this fall. It's been a while. Of course, Bob was here, and it is against the law here in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park to carve your name or deface anything, no matter what it is. So, in about a week's time, there will be people all over here, people sitting on these rocks. It's a beautiful cabin over here. One of the most visited cabins, other than the ones in Cates Cove, obviously. And if you continue up the road here, it'll take you to Roaring Fork. I highly recommend doing Roaring Fork, when you do this cabin here. But we're not going to do that today because, of course, it is getting late out. Oh, there's some flowers over there. Some wildflowers. Yeah, there's the nature trail, goes that way. But let's go check out the farm first. So not too long ago, the chimney fell down, and they fixed that and replaced it. And you couldn't get in here because it was all taped off. But now it's back open for folks to enjoy. Yeah. Kind of a glimpse of what it was like to live in these mountains. And it was a hard life. I mean, you're talking one room, and there could be up to 16 people living in one of these. Yeah, I mean, it was pretty crowded. You know, and then you have a little pass through here. Goes into another room here. This one here is got a grand window. Very nice, very nice. And then there's a second fireplace. But there's nothing like these timbers, and I bet you here at once they upgraded and put a pot-belly stove. There would have been a pipe, and they would have had to, which was probably a lot more efficient. But yeah, little back porch. Oh, this would have been a grand porch. You can see all the rockers all lined up here. You know, do some whittling. Talk about ghost stories. Yeah, October's coming soon, and we all know what that means. The spear finger is coming.
I was going to say fall colors.
Fall colors. Dawn would say fall colors. Brian would say spear finger. But this is definitely a grand. You know, I bet you a lot of folks would do their living on a porch like this because, you know, you're protected. It was cool out here. You had like 16 people living in the house, you know. You wanted to get away a little. I know where I would get away. Right down that trail there. And that's where we're going to be heading next. We're going to go back and we're going to check out that little grist mill. The news is reporting that fall color should be in the middle of October. Now, I do know one thing. Nobody can guess the color and when it's going to happen here in the Smokies. It all depends on many factors. But yeah, I love this barn. So this is another nice area to catch in the fall time. You know, the different pins for different animals. I've always liked these old latches.
There's a trough in there to put feed in.
Yeah.
Water maybe for the animals.
Probably like a horse or something. I would say this is probably where they kept their horse. And over here was probably like maybe another horse because of the trough. But it could be any animal. I mean, I guess they could put pigs or whatever. The smaller pens, they usually put like the pigs and, you know, whatever in there. And then another one right there. So Dawn was pointing out this little tunnel over here, and I don't ever recall seeing it before. Oh, I know what this is, Dawn. This is just
underground.
Yeah, it's just I think it was put in when they built the road. It's just a way for the water to come from underneath the road. You know?
Oh, wow. Looks like an old fireplace.
Yeah, but I think that's all that is. If you look real hard, you'll see a lot of the wildflowers. But this should be the last of them. It'll be harder and harder to find from this point out. I love the deep purple. I'm not sure what this is. I know folks in the chat will know. But absolutely beautiful. There's so much color in these mountains. We do have to be careful in this area. There's been a lot of bear activity all through here. So definitely have to keep an eye open for bear. The last time we were here, there was a mom and two cubs over that way. I didn't get a good video of them, but they were just over there. So well, we're going to head back towards that old mill back here. And this would have been all farmland at one time. It doesn't look like that now. But yeah, there was some good farmland in here. Or good for the Smoky Mountains anyways. Sometimes it's hard to imagine that. Now this trail does have some primitive crossings, and if it's really wet or has rained real hard, it could be hard to come down here. So I don't advise that. And here we are to our first water crossing. Be careful when you cross rocks by a stream like this. They can get real slippery. Yeah.
I don't know.
You made it. You made it. I think that's our biggest crossing. So we went down this little gully here, and it got cool all of a sudden. We're getting a nice breeze off this wonderful mountain stream here. And there's a nice bridge waiting for us. And I love crossing these bridges. One of my favorite things to do here in the Smokies. You can stand right over the stream here. You can stop and listen to the water trickle through the rocks, or somebody's toilet tree over there.
Oh, no, no.
Over there in the tree. Yeah. Nothing like a cool stream.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you can hike back into Gatlinburg at 1.8 miles. When you're out here, you can always look for clues of different things. Sometimes it's a shrub that is not native to the area, or here you'll notice that they have stacked rocks, kind of like a fence. And you have to wonder what was here, or what was the purpose of this. And I think, if I remember correctly, there was an old barn or something that had sit in this area, or at least that's what I've read, but I'm not 100% positive on that. But it's great to think about all the original settlers and what they had to go through. Also, this land was super hard to work with. And a lot of folks refer to this part of Tennessee as lands you wouldn't want to live in because, well, the farming was just bad due to all the rocks and the hills. It made it a difficult life. But a lot of your Scots and your Irish had set in this area, and they saw beauty. They saw a lot of things. Also, they were coming, from Ireland and Scotland, where you didn't own lands. You didn't, and so this was something of theirs. This was theirs. In fact, over there, you'll notice those bushes in there. Those are not native to Tennessee. And that's usually a good giveaway that there was something in here. And I'm thinking there's probably, it was a barn or something like that. And these ones here are very popular because I've seen them all through the Smokies before. Dawn's like, I'm gonna hang out over here by the trail because the poison ivy is pretty good through there.
I don't need to walk through there.
And then over here, look at over here. Looks like another foundation. Yeah, you can see some rocks. Could have been a fireplace. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a spider web there. I'm not going to go any further with the... We don't want to interrupt the spider's meal, right? We're going to let him... Because it's getting kind of late at night. It's going to be hard for him to make another web. And we don't want the spiders to go hungry, right?
Right.
Plus, there's plenty of bugs out here. Right, Dawn? And they've been swarming Dawn here and myself. We know that there was a farm or something in here. And you see a little more foundation. And the real reason why is because there's a beautiful stream over here. I love the film on this stream. One of my favorite. It's so cool down here. Even though we're a ways off from all the leaves changing, we're starting to see some of the leaves fall out of the trees. And they're starting to turn yellow. I noticed the canopy is a lot yellow than it was not too long ago. So it won't be long now. Of course, today being September the 1st.
We got what, another month to go?
Yeah,
Or 2 months?
about a month and a half, roughly. And all this is going to be beautiful colors. And there'll be leaves in the water floating down with all the pretty colors. It's so cool down here. It's kind of like natural air conditioning. Also, I gotta be careful. There's a little, in the bank there's some bees that have made a nest. You gotta be careful when you come down here. But, wow. Look at the size of that leaf. It's huge. It probably doesn't look like it on camera, but it's starting to get dark out. The sun has went down over there. Well, it's a straight path to the car, so I'm not too worried about that. And we didn't bring any supplies with us whatsoever. This was just a quick walk. Technically, it's a nature trail. Yeah, so just up here should be that little mill. It's hard to spot it. It's off to the side here. But once you get up on it, you'll know. Ah, and there it is. It's wonderful to see this. Yeah, just hidden over here by the edge of the river. And you see little steps going down into it. Yeah, so there's the millstone in there, and then the hopper, and then your corn mill comes out into here. Kind of dark in here. And it's kind of dark in there, hard to see. but the water will come from upstream, rush down, and let's take a closer look at. And that water would come down, spin that wheel, and drive the that millstone, which is right in there. Pretty simple. I do find it impressive though. During the springtime, there's a lot of water that runs through here. We haven't had any rain in the last few days, so it's a little on the low side. Yeah, here's it from the back side. And there's Dawn over there. And you can see where the water comes in from upstream. I'm gonna go take a look at this old homestead up here across from the mill. Yeah, these are all those non-native bushes here. There's all these little pathways through here. What's this? Looks like I don't know if somebody was trying to build something out here or what. Huh. Yeah, it's like a primitive fort of some sort. Yeah, it's been here for a while. Or maybe someone put that moss up there. Maybe this is Bigfoot. Maybe Bigfoot has something to do with this. Hey, Dawn. Oh, what? You know a spider web? Yeah. Dawn. You know what this is?
What?
Bigfoot lives here. That's Bigfoot.
Does.
No, right here. No, you look. That's Bigfoot's nest.
It looks like a nest. What happened to spider web on you?
You don't like spiders?
No. No, God, what if it's on me?
I think someone was trying to build like a primitive campsite or something. You know, there's so many folks doing these primitive shows, and it's inspired a lot of folks to come into the woods and do stuff. But you can't do that in national park. You're not allowed to.
Someone did that.
Yeah, you can't build nothing. You can't do that.
Fires.
Yes, so don't do that. You know.
Lighting a match.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be anybody's dad. I'm just. Dawn.
I know, but something's moving now.
What, Bigfoot?
I don't know. Seen something run by her foot.
And we're back out here to civilization, or at least to the Roaring Fork Loop here. Oh, there's a butterfly. There you go. There he goes. Oh, butterfly.
Is he on me?
No, he went that way. Oh, he's coming around for maybe a landing. Oh, he's likes your hat. Oh, maybe not. He might have thought you were a flower there for a minute. We're back here at the Jeep. I know it wasn't that exciting of a vlog today, but it was a vlog. It's our daily life. And when we started this YouTube channel, that's what we intended for, just to show you our daily life. And not all days are crazy. We're not always riding rides or, Dollywood. Some days we're out here in the mountains, just enjoying life, enjoying the scenery.
It's hot.
So yeah, it's still steamy here. We built up quite a sweat. Folks, that's going to do it for today. Here in the Great Smoky Mountains, here at the Noah Bud Ogle cabin. If you guys like this vlog, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do. And until next time.
Thanks for watching.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.